Hello, everybody. It's been a while since I've talked to you guys on YouTube properly, and I am sorry for that. I realise it's been an absolute age since we've talked, so I thought I'd change that. Now, you probably noticed there's been a few developments on the channel. For one, I now have this cute little adorable fella to represent me, rather than the PNG. Not to say the PNG won't come back, um, but I do have something coming later on in the year that should be quite fun for everyone, I hope. I've been streaming a lot on Twitch recently, but I've also now started dual streaming, so if that's of interest to you, um, by that I mean watching me live, then you can find me here on YouTube too now, so you don't have to leave at all, which hopefully should be more convenient for everyone involved. Um, as far as what to expect from the channel here, I admit I've perhaps been a little lazy. Streaming perhaps has made me a smidge lazy, and I want to correct that. I suppose I'm just trying to find a good niche that fits me, and I guess I want to try and figure out what I like, what I don't like, and I don't know, maybe figure out things. Now, I'm sure for anyone who stumbles upon this video, you're probably just going to click off it immediately, and that's okay if you do. That's perfectly fine. Because I'd rather... I'd rather everyone just enjoy what they want to enjoy, right? But if you do want to stick and hit listen to me, I very much appreciate that. I intend to do a couple more of those rambling videos of mine. I think those were quite productive in some regard. My DMs one actually seemed to get at least a little bit of traction, so I want to do a few more of those. I'm going to keep up the streaming for now, at the very least. Though, we'll see. Part of me wonders if I'm quite cut out for it. And it's something that's been plaguing my mind a lot recently. But I still want to be a VTuber. So, I suppose part of me is tempted to find a way to jump out from the crowd a little bit by instead doing video content. I don't know if this is something I'm going to pursue. It's a lot more work, but the effort, I hope, will speak for itself. I have to sort of figure out what I want to talk about, really, on the video, but part of me would like to talk about some historical stuff. I have a lot of interest in discussing various groups. Basically, I quite like talking about things of history, various people in history. Obviously, random bits of Rome, World War II, World War One, Cold War, groups like the Mafia, the Yakuza, and maybe some various figures as well. Honestly, I think that could be quite fun. I'm also tempted to maybe start doing some game reviews. What I'd like to do, actually, and it's something I'll try and do, when I finish a game on stream, I'd like to review it, actually. I'd like to sort of take my experience on stream and use that to make a review. Now, I'm not saying I'm always going to be reviewing the newest games. That probably won't be, because new games are expensive sometimes, and honestly, sometimes you just know they're going to be crap just looking at them, and I don't need to review those. But those I enjoy, I want to talk about them, and honestly, I think that'd be quite nice. Just to smash my opinion out there, come what may. You may have also seen me on a couple of collaborations with my friends, JD Moss and Onyx. JD Moss, who does a bunch of currently Road Trader, the new RPG, which I may give a go. I do like 40k a lot, which is something else I might ramble about on some videos, possibly. I'm also going to try and do some painting streams here and there, which of course will be on YouTube too. I think that'd be nice. What I think I'd also like to do as well, truth be told, I suppose I'd like to also just just talk about things, really. But in maybe a slightly more formulaic format, rather than questions off the cuff. I don't know whether that be my feeling or not. I realise that me putting this out there doesn't necessarily mean that anyone's going to notice it, but I the way I feel about it is this, really. I only fail if I don't try. I only fail if I don't bother. And I think to myself, well, life's short. And as I sit here recording this on just towards the very end of Christmas Day, 2023, it's something I've had to realise quite a lot recently that we don't get long. We really do not get long at all. And at times I worry. I worry that I've squandered my life, that I've not done enough. And I quite often realise that I've had to come into contact with things I'm not as good with. I'm not like one of my friends who's good with people. He's grown a following quite quickly, honestly, playing Valorant. Bless him. I told him he could do it, and he's doing quite well. I think if he sticks with it, he'll go quite far. I don't know if I can say the same. I've grown a nice little following on Twitch, and some people have actually subscribed to YouTube, which, thank you, by the way, for that. It means a lot to me. I realise I neglect you guys so much, and you deserve better. So I'm going to try and do better for you. I must admit, my motivation has been challenged occasionally. And I've had to, strange as it sounds, I've had to come across this wonderful little idea of, well, am I growing jealous? Have I seen one of my friends doing slightly better than me as far as viewers goes and think, oh, I hate that because I never wanted that. I never wanted any kind of jealousy because that's not healthy. And I'm happy for him, honestly, I am. But I suppose everyone has to deal with it. You see someone who's just starting out, just hit the ground running. But I think the thing I have to remember is consistency. It may take years. That's okay. This is a hobby, and I need to remember to enjoy it. I started this whole journey because I was just moping around and it was just ruining my mental health. So I decided, well, what if I take hobbies and things I enjoy, mix them with this, and hey, here we are. But obviously, and I realised this wholeheartedly, I still have a way to go. I have things I need to improve. I have things I need to adjust. I've tried to improve my streams and my content creation in various ways. Setting up bots, improving audio where I can, smoothing out things, getting a little model like this. This little fella's from Etsy, and Blob, as he's known by his creator. It's a little just extra thing. We're getting used to VTube Studio. Help me understand its limitations, help me understand what it is that it can do, what it is that it can't do. And then figuring out what I can use it for and what I can use it with. I've been doing a lot of gaming content, but gaming is a very hard market to break into. It really is, and I still enjoy it a lot, but obviously I want to make my own mark. So I think what I'd like to try and do, and this will probably be something for the new year, I'd like to try and work on some actual videos. I think you guys on YouTube who have very kindly subscribed to me deserve that much. You deserve that, and you deserve so much more. I'm still going to keep my journey up on Twitch. I want to try and get to affiliate by late next year. If I can get to it by September next year, that'll be fantastic. That'll be a year I get to affiliate, but it might not happen. If it doesn't, affiliate why? I market myself on Twitter, of course, but of course that doesn't always translate. I have hundreds of followers on Twitter. That doesn't mean it's going to translate to Twitch or to YouTube, because Twitter's easy to get follows on in many respects. Say one funny thing, and someone might go, "Oh, he's cool. I'll go with him." Which is obviously nice, and thank you again to those who do follow me on Twitter. Um, I do seem to have acquired a variety of Lapland enjoyers, which, as one myself, I really enjoy. I very much enjoy seeing the antics, and honestly, it's a nice addition to my Twitter feed, which is nice. It's nice that I've managed to get myself a healthy relationship with Twitter. I admit I doom scroll a bit too much, and I shouldn't, but the way I see it is if I interact with a couple of people and they like me, maybe they'll come to my streams, maybe they'll come to my content, maybe. It's not guaranteed. And I try not to push it because, well, I have to earn that. I have to earn that right to go, hey, I make content, come look at me. I have to earn that. I have to earn your eyes. I have to earn your approval and your adoration to be worthy of your time. Because one thing as I pointed out earlier, I had to learn, you only have so much time. You only have a finite amount of time. That the sands of time aren't infinite. You have really just got to evaluate what it's worth you. And I'm here asking people, hey, give me minutes of your time, hours of your time you don't get back. And it's why I'll never be upset if you don't give me money, because your time will never come back. Money comes and goes. It doesn't grow on trees, but it comes and goes, right? But time is finite. Time is so limited. And I truly, truly don't know how much time I have. I could die tomorrow. It's horrifying, and I try not to think about it, but I could. I really could. And it then makes me think, well, what am I doing? What am I doing in my life? What am I trying to achieve? What am I trying to be? And I spent the last year really trying to figure out my mental health, trying to figure out me. I don't know if I've fully done all that, but I've covered a lot of ground in therapy, and I feel well enough to do this kind of thing. Yes, there are days where it's hard. There are days where I think, why do I bother? What's the point of it all? And I scroll through a dozen videos thinking, God, I wish I could be a content creator. But I guess I am. I'm not a big one. And that's okay. There's a lot of people who aren't big ones. And it's not going to stop me from continuing. No, it's motivation to prove to myself and others that yes, I can do this and I will do this. Is it easy? No. No, it's not easy at all. But that's the thing, the market's so saturated now. You have to think about what it is you want, what it is you really need. And for me, just having some people to talk to would be enough. I don't care how many. 1, 2, however many. I don't care. I just like people around. Because there are times where I am truly alone. And that's why I started this. Well, that and to make me do my hobbies, because I wasn't organically doing them. It's not that I don't enjoy them, it's just the motivation sometimes. I like to build miniatures, I like to paint. I like to play video games. But this is the thing. I don't always feel like doing it. I come home from work, doing a tech support job I hate, dealing with people who I despise. But then here I am, trying to entertain people. And I don't know if I can do that. I want to. I really want to. Because I think it'd be nice. I think it's a wholesome use of my time. And honestly, maybe it'll help me in the long run as well. You know? It'll be something I can look back on and think, I did a good thing. Someone was happier because of me. That'd be nice. But obviously, gotta get there first, haven't I? That's the hard part. Finding you guys, anyone who's listening, if this is reaching to you at all, finding you and helping you find me, that's the hard part, right? That's the part that's not going to be easy because obviously, there's so many people way better than me. People I look up to, people I think they're really cool. I mean, when I first encountered VTubing, I think my first encounter was Snuffy. Look at her now. Massive. And I could only dream of being half as successful. Taka from The Weary 101. Look at him. He went from a machining shop to being a major part of Dragon Ball Z Abridged. Now he's a VTuber. And he's does a really fantastic job making these wonderful streams of people from across the entire community. I only wish I could say hi and just say thank you for inspiring me. I mean that, truly. Maybe one day. On the bucket list. Even if it's just a call just to say hi. Thank you. And thank you for Helsing Abridged. I enjoyed that series a lot. And you know what? After recording this, I might go and rewatch it. I feel a longing for it now all of a sudden. But I have these weird times at night where I just sit up at night thinking, what am I doing? Where am I going? And most importantly, why? And there are times I don't know why. I realise this ramble is incoherent and a mess, right? But I didn't prepare a script for this. I need to get better at writing scripts, actually. Actually, one thing I did think of, I realise this video's going to be very off the cuff. I will trim some bits, but obviously I want to keep this all in as much as I can because this is just an authentic me rambling moment. But I did want to do a little book club, actually. I thought that'd be quite nice. I must admit, I don't have much room to put books, but I'd like to do some reading, actually. All kinds of books. Warhammer books, various bits of fiction. Honestly, just I'd like to do a bit of reading, actually. I think it'd be quite nice to do a little book club, just sit and talk about what bits I liked about a book, what bits I didn't like about it. I think that'd be really nice, Also, I think it'd be quite wholesome to do a bit more reading, honestly. Ideally, I'd like to have a physical book in my hands, but if not, even a digital book or something, just so I could sit and read it, really immerse myself in the story. I think that'd be quite nice. I feel like I'd like a physical book more so because it takes my eyes off a screen. It lets me use my imagination, which I don't think I've done as much as I should. I did it a bit for making. Well, I can't talk about that yet. No. I did give you a little teaser on Twitter, but I'm looking forward to that being done. It's a goal of mine to get all the branding in order on this channel, but also the look. I can't be a little blob forever. as much as I love this little fella. Look at him. It's cute, but I need something that's me. Purely me. And, well, this little fella won't quite achieve that. He's somebody else's. Someone else's design. A wonderful design, might I add. But he's not mine, is he? He's not from my mind. Whereas something I'm working on is. And soon, um, first quarter of the year, you'll see that. And I hope you'll love it. I hope you'll like it. And I look forward to debuting it. One thing I will say, I am not doing a corporate style debut for it. What I might do is spend 20 to 40 minutes talking about myself, showing off the model, saying my goals, what the plans are, right? Then, what I'd like to do is sit down and we'll just stream a normal stream after that, rather than doing the whole corporate thing, because that's not me. I'm not going to have a PowerPoint prepared for it. That's not my style. I'm going to jump into a stream, show off the model, say, hey, this is me, take it or leave it. Hopefully you like it. Hopefully. But, excuse me. But what I will say is I hope that that helps launch a few more eyes my way. But on top of that, helps inspire me to be even more creative, even more productive with this. Because, yes, I do have a slight dream of this becoming full time. I do have a slight dream of this becoming a thing I do more. Like a lot of people who do this, right? It's not guaranteed, and I'm being realistic with it. If I can get to the point where on Twitch I can have channel points, and which I hate you have to have affiliate for that. Channel points are such a good thing, and they lock it behind affiliate. And I'd want that because I want to make it easy for you guys to interact with me. I don't want you to have to spend a bit, because to me, you shouldn't have to pay to do a little interaction. I want to give you guys some emotes to use because I think that'd be fun. I want to be more available to you guys. I've put some bots in. I'm hoping they work as intended. That gives you guys a bit more things to do in chat. I've tried to customize them a bit here and there, a bit the theme. But I'd like to try and get everything on theme, on brand. Just, again, for you guys, but also it makes me feel pretty good to have my own identity carved out. I want to carve my own little area of the internet that's me, and it'll always be open to all of you, of course. That's the whole point. It's my area, but there's seats for all of you. And I don't care where you've come from, who you are, what you are. When you enter those doors, you leave all the garbage outside, okay? You leave the fighting, the politics, the everything. Leave that outside the door. It doesn't matter when you're in here. It's just me, you, and whatever we're doing. And that's all that matters. That's what I want. I want a space that's free of all the outside crap, all the things that bother you, all the things that bother me. I want all that outside, where I don't have to look at it and you don't have to look at it. And let's have some fun. That's what I want. That's the dream. Whether that'll ever come to pass, I hope so. But I suspect it may be a long time. I get the feeling I'm going to be one of the people who's doing this for a while before it gets anywhere. But my patience has rewarded me in the past. However long it takes, it will be worth it, I feel. And I can only just thank anyone who's willing to come along with me on this journey. But I fully understand if this isn't good enough, if this isn't quite what you're after. I fully understand if what I'm doing is a bit rubbish. If I could do better. And if anyone's seeing this and is willing to look through my content, is willing to look at everything and see what I've done, please tell me if there's anything you would say, hey, you should improve on this. I'm always open to criticism. At the end of the day, I am a brutal critic to myself, and sometimes to others, but more so to myself. I'm honest to a fault, and maybe too honest, but also maybe too brutal of how I'm honest. And this reflects on myself too, because really, I do have a tendency to just lambast myself, to beat myself up, tell myself that I'm not good enough. And that's not healthy. Even though it's not as bad as it used to be. And doing this has really helped me build a more positive attitude. Even in the most frustrating of situations, I've kept myself positive. I haven't screamed, shouted as much. I've kept all that away from the stream because I want to put the best foot forward. I want to introduce myself to everyone in a better way because I know I'm an angry person. I know I'm a person filled with a lot of bitterness and spite in me, and there's a lot of things that bother me, a lot of frustrations, and sure, this has sometimes brought them up, but the way I see it, it's all part of the process, right? Everyone else who's doing this has been through what I'm being through now. It may have taken months, years. Still never got as far as I've even gotten now. Looking at the Twitch side, those first 50 followers, I've not even got 50 yet. I hope to have them by next year, but that's sort of a rough. But I'm not putting too much pressure on myself for that. Because the way I see it, this kind of thing isn't a 5-second job, it's a long haul, right? It's a long haul that I think I can do it. I hope I can do it. And I want to post more things. I want to do more. But obviously I need to motivate myself to do that. I need to put effort into editing. And thumbnails, definitely. Which I'm not good at Photoshop. I'll be honest. I'm pretty bad at that. But well, I say Photoshop, I use GIMP because I don't want to pay for Adobe. Adobe's not the cheapest, but maybe I'll have to start get better editing software. You know, Adobe Premiere, use Photoshop to make use of better editing. But well, I say better editing. GIMP can do everything Photoshop can do basically. So, but I might as well use Photoshop if I'm using Adobe because I'm already paying for Adobe. But we'll see how far Filmora can take me, eh? We'll see how far I can go with that. Maybe it's worth it. Maybe even the paid version's worth it. I say paid, the subscription version. But we'll see. Maybe I'll find different software. Maybe Sony Vegas, you know. There's all options, right? And I feel like it's a skill that's going to take me a while to do. As far as the shorts, they've gotten places, right? But I'm not relying on them too much because shorts get eyes, but I don't know if shorts have got subscribers. But what I want is the shorts to go, hey, this guy's a thing. Then maybe you look at my channel. Maybe you think, hey, this could be alright. Then maybe, just maybe, you catch me live and we can talk. That's the plan. But who knows? As for video content, I'm gonna see if I can get myself in a scripting mindset. because as you can probably tell from this video, I ramble. My head jumps between things left and right. And that's obviously no good for a long form video, which is why I took streaming up, because I could be more spontaneous. Obviously, as Let's Play style videos, those are actually an option. But at that point, I might as well stream it and then also have a video, because I've covered two birds. Well, killed two birds with one stone there. I've got something where I can potentially, maybe, interact live with people with, but also I have something that can be kept as a video forever, and maybe someone stumbles upon it and thinks, "I'll look at that. Why not?" And I've somehow been entertaining for them. Fantastic. If not, well, hopefully the next video they find of me might be better for them, or if not, someone else might find me. It's one of those. I have to prove I can be entertaining, and I always worry that I'm not very entertaining. I worry that, I suppose, in many ways I am showing myself on screen, but at the same time, I'm showing a version of myself, right? I'm showing a different me, slightly tailored me, and obviously, maybe I'm a little afraid to be myself. Well, I don't think I'm a terrible person. I don't think. Hopefully, you agree. I definitely know my sense of humour is not for everyone. I wouldn't say it's messed up, but years of depression has made my humour rather dark. Years of, I guess, sort of things I've been through has made my humour very shock humour, I guess. Not edgy, I don't think. Not as edgy as it used to be, but definitely a bit more out there. And the things I like and I enjoy may not reflect with people. Being on the spectrum, and it's something I don't like to talk about, but it is an aspect of me, and it's an aspect I've come to accept more. But it still plays with me a little bit, you know. I'm not very social, and part of that is because of it. You know, being on the autistic spectrum, I do find it hard to socialise. It, you know, like for God's sake, someone could know me for years. If they touch my shoulder, I'll freeze. You know, I'll just go, because, well, any kind of touch like that, it just sort of freaks me out. Just new people. I mean, God knows doing this has been almost anxiety inducing, but it's gotten easier, I think. And occasionally I meet people, forcing myself to use Twitter to talk to people over that, forcing myself to. Well, I'm not interactive enough on Discord. I should do more Discord, admittedly. I'm not very good at that. I have a Discord server, but obviously it's not active yet. But it's there. And I've got a bot set up to post to it when I go live, which I'm quite proud of setting up. It's not a massive milestone for some people, but I never touch that kind of thing for Discord, so it makes me feel good to do that. I should probably do something. I'll have a little channel, my own personal one for me and my friends, actually. I might do that. But anyway, I'll wrap this up here because I've been rambling for about 30 odd minutes, so I think it's long enough. So, hopefully you've enjoyed this little ramble of mine. Hopefully. God knows it's probably not the most entertaining video in the world, but I'm going to put it on there anyway because I feel like it needs to be put on. But for anyone who does find this, I welcome you to jump onto any of my other content that's a bit less sort of depressing, I guess, a bit more upbeat. Um, and please do keep an eye on the channel. Have a look at my other videos, and I've got a lot of lives coming up this week. The following weeks will be a bit less active because of day job, work, God forbid. But hopefully I'll be able to get some more video content here and there. I'm gonna see about doing once a month in the new year, but we'll see. I just need to find a topic that inspires me to talk. Do a little video essay style thing on. So, with that all being said, thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for giving me a minute of your time. And hopefully I'll see you live, but if not, I'll see you around. Back with Barisok Rebel.